Okay, hi, this is Gurudat, continuing with polynomials for second chapter. Okay, so this is little introductory for you. Okay, simple. I have picked 9 different kinds of simple graphs in order to describe the nature of polynomials and their graphical representations. So, which of the following correspond to the graph to a linear or a quadratic polynomial? Always remember that linear equation is represented by a straight line. So, wherever you come across a straight line in graph or coordinate geometry, okay, it is a linear equation. Okay, so linear equation is straight line, and quadratic polynomial means parabola. So this curve is called as parabola. Okay, so we say this is opened up. Okay, and this is opened down. Okay, so it can have different nature. It can be opened up, opened down. Okay, or to the left or to the right. Okay, like that. So these are all parabolas representing quadratic equations, and straight lines are linear equations, parabolas are quadratic equations. And wherever the meet, so this is the x-axis in the Cartesian coordinate system. This is the x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, all that. Very simple. You already know what is x-axis, y-axis, and need not explain that. Okay. So wherever the curve means even a straight line is a curve. Okay, wherever the curve meets the x-axis becomes the zero of the polynomial. Please understand that. Okay, zero of the polynomial is the point or the coordinate where the curve touches the x-axis. Okay, so this graph represents a linear polynomial. Okay, and it is meeting x-axis at only one point, and this diagram or this curve has one zero, that's it. Okay, so this is a quadratic polynomial and it is not touching x-axis. Okay, so quadratic polynomial having zero zeros, because it is not touching x-axis, we say zero zeros. So this is a quadratic polynomial having 1 0, because this curve is meeting x-axis at only one point on the x-axis. So this is a quadratic polynomial having 2 zeros, because it is touching the x-axis at two different coordinate points. This is also a parabola quadratic equation having 1 zeros, because it is meeting the x-axis at one coordinate point. Parabola representing quadratic equation having 0 zeros, because it is not touching x-axis anywhere. So this is neither linear nor quadratic. This is some other curve representing maybe higher degree or higher order of polynomial, but it has one solution, 1 0, that is this one maybe origin. Okay, so it is meeting the x-axis at one point, so it need not be linear or quadratic or parabola all the time. Even if some other curve meets the x-axis at any point, that particular coordinate becomes the solution or root of that equation or that curve. Again, this is a quadratic polynomial having 1 0, because it is touching the x-axis at one point, and maybe that is the origin. And this is a straight line representing linear equation. This linear equation, this line is touching x-axis at one point, so the zero, this has 1 0 in its equation. Okay, so this is graphical representation of linear equations and quadratic equations, and wherever they are touching the x-axis becomes the zero of that particular polynomial. Okay, thank you.